Today, I'm going to tell you guys why compound exercises are killing your gains. Now, obviously, if you know me or anything about this channel or my style of training, then you're probably a little bit befuddled right now. Perhaps you're even thinking that we need to burn this blasphemer at the stake. But I promise you, I have a very valid point that I would like to explain, and it has to do with missing the forest for the trees, so to speak, when it comes to training, your gains, and the bigger picture of everything. Please remember to like the video and subscribe to my channel. And if you enjoy content like this, then please consider supporting my work by picking up a training program from my website. It's www.enkirielitefitness.com. I have over 50 5-star reviews on Google. You can check them out for yourself. And if you do, your gains will thank you. I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. See, when I'm in the gym training, I tend to have a lot of thoughts about things I want to do and accomplish in the gym that day or that week. Things that I don't want to do but know that I should be doing, and things that I'd like to do at some point in time in the future. I analyze things I'd like to include and why I'd like to include them, and how I might best include them in the future of my training. Sometimes there are even things that I know that I want to include at some point, but for some reason I just never really seem to get around to it. The thing is, these days I have a pretty limited amount of time set aside for me to actually be able to train each week. So, in order to keep making good gains, I have to be very choosy about what I include and exclude in my training. And with that, sometimes good things get overlooked or skipped or forgotten about or even just blatantly, willfully ignored for longer than they should be. I've been training hard for over 15 years now, and I have to take good care of my body in order to be able to keep doing that and perform at a high level consistently, at a level that I expect from myself. Sometimes my knees get sore, or my elbows get sore, or whatever it may be. And in my chase for maximal efficiency, sometimes those issues get ignored for much longer than they should be ignored. That is to say, I am standing here right now in the middle of my gym, in the middle of a training session, jotting down notes for this video, having only been inspired to make it in the first place because my distal biceps tendons have been bugging the hell out of me for a while now, and I need to do hammer curls like yesterday. I've been skipping them, but I just need some therapeutic, low weight, high rep hammer curls to pump some blood into those tendons. I need to do them consistently and I need to do them often. But I simply don't have enough time to train the way that I want to train right now, to be able to accomplish everything that I want to accomplish. So I simply don't want to feel like I'm wasting my time doing that sissy rehab work for my biceps tendons. Instead, I want to do something that's going to give me more bang for my buck. And in this very truncated workout session that I currently find myself in, I've only done incline push-ups and Pendlay rows so far. Very productive work, but very minimalistic. And I'm just about out of time. So I want to finish that training session off with something more potent than lightweight hammer curls. Instead, I want to do something like inverted rows, something that will actually further me along in my goals by generating a far more potent strength and hypertrophy stimulus compared to something rehabby. See, my predicament is that those lightweight high rep hammer curls, I may need them, but they aren't going to build me any muscle for shit. They might add a tiny amount of size onto my arms, which I don't really care about anyway, but they're not going to add slabs of meat onto my frame. They're not really going to benefit me today at all. The inverted rows, however, will. They will provide a training effect worth talking about that will eventually turn my back into a frickin' barn door. But then I might become a barn door with elbows that are so beat up that I can't use my strength and size effectively in real life anyway. Now I could swap those rows out for the hammer curls and keep my small back, but then I'll at least have healthy elbows. And with healthy elbows, I will still have a chance of building a barn door back in the future. So do you see what I'm saying here? My predicament is I am stuck between a rock and a hard place. Essentially, my eternal quest for maximum efficiency, always chasing more bang for your buck and maximal gains, has led me to neglect certain things. In my particular case, that's generally isolation movements that would likely be beneficial for me. And those things get consistently neglected in the name of maximizing my training effect today, chasing that bang for your buck workout. But the problem is that this is short-sighted, and it might come at the detriment of maximizing my training effect tomorrow. So we need to strike a balance here with these sort of things. We all have our proclivities, right? Things that we tend to gravitate towards, and we all have our blind spots, things that we tend to naturally overlook or even willfully ignore. And we need to find a happy marriage between those things in order to maximize our health, our longevity, and our long-term gains. That's what this channel is all about, balancing fitness, maximizing fitness in the long run, the bigger picture, not being short-sighted and overlooking things that are going to help you in the long run just for the sake of today and instant gratification. So this was just some food for thought based on my experiences in the gym and my experiences coaching people. I hope that you guys find it helpful. I know that I'm not the only person like this with this mentality, because I've coached many people with this exact same mentality, and keeping those guys in check and reeled in and doing what I know they need to be doing instead of what they necessarily want to be doing. That is often our biggest battle. So hopefully this serves as a helpful reminder for you guys who are like that to put aside some of what you want to do today in order to get done what you need to do today.